Welcome to With Insights Radio. I'm your host, Iggy Garcia. For the next half an hour, I'll be sharing my thoughts about 2013 and the different aspects that I've gone through in the growth and the development as a practitioner, shaman, medicine man, Peruvian shaman, all the above. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Hi everybody, I want to welcome everybody to With Insights Radio. We're on a different network here, and we broadcast from Blog Talk, and we also broadcast from Spreaker, their podcast system. We thank them for this opportunity to be able to do our show. Not everybody gets these kind of opportunities, and I'm very grateful and thankful. Our show is going to be talking about a little bit about what it was like to be in 2013. 2013 was the year after 2012, and all the expectations and all the stuff that we were kind of expecting to happen, and things that played out. For some people it did, and for others it didn't. So it was kind of a strange scenario that kind of carried over some, I don't know, for some people it was frustration. It was a moment of not getting to see this magic that was supposed to happen, but really and behold, did they not realize that they are the magic. They were the people who got to experience this awakening, this moment of enlightenment. 2012 was a very spiritual year in preparation for the next coming years that we're all going to be part of. This huge awakening, and I can see that happening. 2013 started like most years, like everybody expected, with celebration and a lot of vigor and a lot of hope for something better. We're ready to live 365 years, and the new year is upon us. And 2013 started off on the bang for some people. But slowly but surely, everything started to take shape and started to do the things that usually happen in a scenario when we make a list of things, New Year's resolutions, things that we want to share with the world, and share with ourselves, which is even more important. So I'm pretty much like everybody else. I did that, and I was looking forward to having, a year of great moments and exploration. Did I get that? Absolutely. In the beginning, it was fast, furious, and I was on a roll just like everyone else. But slowly but surely, we fall back into our lives. We fall back into the routines and the same struggles and the things that, go on in our lives. We go through the seasons like everybody does, and it was an experience. This year was I would have to say and report to everybody, was a harder year for me. I had to go through a lot of self-growth like I do every moment, every minute, every second. But this year, I could hear the Great Spirit calling me even more than I had ever heard before. Now it was time for me to wake up. It was time for me to make changes. And I was stubborn, and I didn't want to. I was content. I was happy where I was at. I was in my comfort zone, doing my thing, doing my holistic work on a part-time basis, in the background, becoming a recluse almost, just not being part of the things that I'm used to being part of. I let them go, and I put them away. And even the things that I love the most, my soccer, with the kids, I let it, I wasn't into it like I usually am. It's because I had an internal struggle. And I'm here to talk to you about that internal struggle that we all have, that voice that's within us that talks to us and sometimes whispers to us through dreams, through other people, through the wind, through animals. And it's there to remind you and saying, hey, you are more than just this job. You're more than what you believe you are. And so I just want to be here to remind you, when you hear that, it's because Spirit's calling to you. Spirit wants you to do good and do well. But I personally just thought that I had to be loyal, and then I had to be respectful, to my family and to the things that, were taking care of me. But I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't being true to myself. And, I paid the price for that. And I got to see things that I didn't really want to see. It was hurtful. It was painful to watch the people around me suffering. And knowing that I didn't have control over that, but at some level I played into that and created that. It was hard. And I, came to this point, after the Great Council of the Nemanha, which I am part of, and to see that there's a higher purpose in what I do. I ran a restaurant for almost 4.5 years, and I was missing something, and the thing that was missing, it was me. I was missing me because I wasn't true to my higher self, my higher calling, to do my drumming, to do my ceremonies, to help people. People help me to be open to receive the love and the Spirit that was, blessed upon all of us. And so I made a decision towards the end of 2013 that I was going to live differently in 2014. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know how it was going to work out. I just knew it was going to. But it was a scary time. It was nerve-wracking. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew one thing, that the way I was living and the way I was going and the course I was on was not beneficial to me. I am sad, and I am not necessarily heartbroken, but my heart goes out because I wanted it to work. I wanted it to be. But there was another part of me that was bigger and more stronger and more ready to step out. And I had to take a leap of faith. And I tell you, it was difficult. Very difficult. And to watch family members self-destruct in front of you, it was hard. Very hard. And I knew that path was not for me. To sit there and to ponder and wander and bitch and complain that my life wasn't where I wanted to be. But you know what? It was me that had the choice, the opportunity to change that. And I didn't do that. I just sat there and just went through the motions, and I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't live that lie to myself. Is it going to be an adventure? Yeah. But I tell you, stepping away from the things that I know and the things that I cared about all my life is difficult. I left our family business. I knew it was time. There was no right time. There was no right moment. There are no right situations. There is no now, let's do it. It was now or never. It was getting to that point. And I knew that. And it took a series of events to wake me up and slap me in the face to tell me, this is time. It's time to follow your path, the red road that you've chosen. You can't be in the red and the black. At least you can't. You're not doing well or a good juggling act of it. Because all you're doing is, merging from one to the other. And for me, I don't live in absolutes, but I had to look at myself and reflect back. Just like everybody in this world. There was a lot of transitions this year. A lot of people passed away. A lot of people gave away things. Excuse me. A lot of people went other directions. Changed jobs. Drastic changes. And, 2013 has saw a lot of things within our government, within politics, world events. There's been times where the brink of war, and people have stepped up and said, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want something better. But it takes a constant reminder that if we keep doing the same thing, we get the same results. And I think that's where it was for me and for a lot of people, a lot of friends, a lot of family. We've been sick and tired of the sick and tired to the point where, you just keep getting the same crap. And how do you change crap? Well, you got to throw the crap out. You got to change it. No one's going to change it for you. No one's going to pamper you and say, oh, good job, do it. No, you have to do the work. You have to get out. You got to step out. You got to be the one. You've got to have the say. Yeah, you have responsibilities, and you have things that you want to, leave in order, but it doesn't mean you can't live. So how do you live in an abundant life, a peaceful life? Well, that's your story to figure it out. I'm here just to tell you my story, and that there is hope, and that there is a vision of bigger and grander things. Is the grass greener on the other side? Yeah. But it also turns brown, and you have to keep watering it, and you have to keep loving it, and you have to keep moving it. When we don't follow our path and our dreams, we'll follow somebody else's path, somebody else's dream. And when we do that, we have to give away parts of us, no matter what we tell ourselves. And I was done with that. I was done with somebody else telling me that my path wasn't as worthy as theirs. It just doesn't work like that for me. Now, you, on the other hand, maybe need that guidance, needs that push. But if you need that, create healthy limits and some boundaries. A lot of us don't do that. I did to an extent, but I also need to say, hey, this isn't good. We can't go this path. But you know what? What happens? You run into that person or that situation doesn't care. It doesn't listen. And they don't understand. So I'm here to tell you just to be yourself. Honor yourself. Honoring yourself doesn't mean giving yourself away. Live your life. Live those dreams. Live those goals. Live those things that you've been waiting to do, but you've just been putting it off. Like I said earlier, there is no now. There is no later. It's the moment when you make that decision. Once you make that decision, stand by it. You're welcome to go back to the things that are comfortable. I'm welcome to go back to the things that are comfortable. But why? Why, if I took this leap of faith, this leap of adventure, I look forward to these leaps and these adventures that I've chosen to walk these paths now. 2013 was a challenge, was the year of the challenge, the year of the pushing you to the brink, pushing you to the points that you had to question yourself and question the things that you thought were important. And, for a lot of people it was a struggle. So I look forward to 2014, the adventures, the new, vigor that's coming with that. But having faith and having that hearts of hearts, knowing that it's time to move, it's there for a lot of us. And you may be happy with where you're at. You may be in the great feeling where you're at. and enjoying the things that you're enjoying and the things that you're doing. I'm not here to tell you to quit your job. I'm not here to tell you to leave your family. I'm not telling you to do any of that. I'm asking you to listen to your heart, listen to yourself, and when you hear that calling and you hear that voice in your head, to pay attention to it. It may have some valid messages for you, and you may need to hear that. But don't just sit there and wander and ponder and complain about it when you have way more control over the things that you think you do. We're living in an illusionary world where things seem to be a certain way, but they're not. We have a lot more freedoms than we think, a lot more heart to let go of things. Through a shaman's practice, through a medicine man's practice, that was my calling, to move forward into that space. I invite you to look at 2014 as a new opportunity, no matter where you're at, to grow and to do the things that you want to do, the things that you've been expecting to do, the things that you've been wanting to do, through either through spirit or through guidance, through meditation. Sit down. Today is our last day for 2013. Today we sit here and we wonder about all the things that we fell short and all the things that we did well. There was a lot of things we did well in 2013, as so have I. We had great drum circles. The 1,000 Drummers was amazing. We had great counsel. We had great times together. But there comes a point in everybody's life, someone's life, where it's time to even go greater and go farther beyond. What's that further beyond? I don't know. It's up to you. But I tell you, it's there. If you're hunting for it and you're looking for it, it's calling you. It's calling you and it's asking you, please be part of that. Please be part of me. And so now, we move into the last legs of the year. We're not too far off from midnight here. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on December 31st, 2013. How do you want to live your life? How would you like to see the rest of your world play out? The rest of the day, rest of 2013. Are you grateful for the things that you accomplished? Are you grateful for the things that you didn't accomplish? Are you grateful for the things that you wish you had accomplished? Being in gratitude and service and feeling that energy that we did the best we could with the tools that we had and the situations and the things that we had in front of us is important to understand, important to know. So I invite you, please, to look at it, reflect back. 2014 isn't going to necessarily be the all and the answer to everything, but it gives you an opportunity to have a fresh start, a fresh slate, a fresh moment to go, oh wow, I can do something different now with my life. So I invite you to do the things that, do something different. Are you still doing the same things you did last year and on this last day of the year? If you are, maybe tweak it up a little bit. Do something different. Surprise yourself. My 2013 ending is going to be much different than how it started last year. This is probably the first time that I'm not going to be with my whole family together. I'll be with my children and my wife and stuff, but I'm not going to be in the situation that I was last year. It's different. And so I bring that energy to Source. I bring that energy to this moment, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I invite you to at least explore and to check it out and see how that's going to work out for you. Do we still make lists? Do we still make resolutions and things that we do? Of course. But the thing is, let's be realistic about what we want to do. Let's look at life in a way that we understand that there are some things that are going to take some time to build and some things to do and some moments to move forward in. Write down those things. Put it on a piece of paper. Write it. Write a biggest list you can and put it in an envelope, and then you can read at the end of the year. So when you come back at the end of the year, you'll know if you've fallen short or not. Is it really falling short? I don't want to say it's falling short. It's just things play out. Life plays out. Life moves through us. Life happens. Different things happen. Different things occur. So I'm excited and here to report to you that, do what's best for you. Look at yourself. Look at your family. Look at your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. If you don't have anybody, look at yourself in the mirror and give thanks to yourself. Give thanks to those people who made you grow, who pushed you beyond the boundaries that you couldn't even imagine to be pushed. Give thanks to the things that, pushed you and made you feel so bad inside, the things that hurt you. Give thanks to them because they made you grow. They made you change. They made you change your perceptions of life. They made you look at life much differently than it was. So I always come from a place of gratitude and thanks because, it opens up the door for forgiveness and to forgive those moments that weren't so good for me and to forgive the parts of me that were, hurting by that, the moment and that situation that played out. And that, I don't have to own it. I forgive myself. I forgive Iggy, and I thank Iggy also. And, I thank you, and I love you. And I want you to know that we did the best we could in 2013. We did all the things that we thought were magical, all the things that we felt that was important to us. So I'm happy, very happy. Why am I happy? Because 2013 is going, and now I get a new start. Is time an illusion? Of course it is. Is the date the illusion? Of course it is. But in our mind, our ego plays out and says, we're going to do it. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to take care of you. So the human aspects of ourselves play out. The spiritual aspects of us know that we have a higher calling. We all have a higher calling for peace, love, for the betterment of man and woman and child. This Mother Earth calls to us to be part of her, to engage in her. I encourage you to try something different this year, to do work that you've never done before, to touch other people in ways that you've never touched anything in your heart, to move, mountains, to move, into a new space of understanding, a new place of giving hope for life. I know you can do it. I can do it. Everybody can do it. But sometimes we don't have anybody who believes in us. And sometimes, we're by ourselves. But I believe in you. I know you can do it. And I know there are people around you who are encouraging you and motivating you and pushing you to the point to see life differently, to understand that. So reach out to them. Reach out to these people who are positive in your life, people who care about you. I'm not saying to do away with the negative people in your life, because they serve purpose too. They're there as a constant reminder that you don't want to be where they're at. But align yourself with these people. Align yourself with new friends who want to go forward in life, who see life for its beauty and for its passion and for its love. They're out there. You'll note them when you see them, when you talk to them, when you see their work, when you see them talking, when you see them at play, when you see them at work, when you see them in dance, when you see them in their emotions and their cryings and their laughings. Look for these people. Like energies attract. Change your perceptions of how you see the world. Change your perceptions on how you perceive other people. The judgment of people is harsh, and sometimes we judge ourselves the hardest. We are gifted. People are looking for us. Those people are looking to be with us and looking to hang out with us. And it's just a little switch in our perception and how we see the world. Do something that you've never done this year. Go out and explore new adventures. Go out and do things that you've never done. If you've never camped before, go camping. If you've never danced before, go dancing. If you've never gone ziplining, go ziplining. Do something that you've never done. 2014 is about exploration. It's about going out and doing things and trying things that you've never, ever possibly imagined you've ever wanted to do. Sometimes we put things on our bucket lists, and they have, for purposes of financial things, yeah, we can't do them. But you know what? Your bucket list, don't wait to do your bucket list sometimes. I encourage people to, if you can do it, do it. Who's to say we have tomorrow anyhow? The only thing we have is this moment, this little fraction of a second to enjoy what we need to enjoy. When man plans, God changes. So I'm here to remind you, to remind myself, if there's something that we truly want to do in our life, truly want to change the world, well, it starts with a thought. It starts with our heart. It starts with our brains. Everything starts to function. We are magic. We are the key. We, as human beings, work together. As humans, we've created this whole vast network and this whole vast of society, how we live. We created that through our ancestry. Now, as we progress as the human race, we need to start changing and seeing that some of the stuff that we created doesn't benefit us and doesn't work for us and it's not good for us. But it takes time and it takes generations and cultures. But how fast we want to move is up to us. And how long we want to hold on to these pains is up to us. How long or how fast do we want to heal, and how fast do we want to move into good vibration? That's up to us. I'm here to tell you that the faster, the quicker, the sooner, that the universe loves speed. Loves speed. Very fast, very vast, and very quick. So make your decisions fast. Stick to them. Be with them. Honor them. And I'm here to just be like you on this beautiful ride, on this beautiful planet. This planet that we love and we take care of and we honor. The Earth Mother is so amazing. No matter what we do, what we say, she continues doing what she has to do. We are but visitors on her. We are a moment. We are like a little flea, enjoying her for the moment. So let's take care of her. Let's work on doing something different in 2014. Let's work on acknowledging her, cleaning her, loving her, caring for her in ways that we probably haven't in a while. And it starts in our home. It starts with us recycling. It starts with us eating better. It starts with us to, just honor and nourish her, clean her, love her, and take care of her. She watches us. She takes care of us. She feels us. She needs us. We need her as much as, we both are all embraced. We're all one. We're all together as a human race. No matter what we do it to another. We drop a bomb across the other side of the world, it does affect us. A butterfly flaps its wings, it creates the butterfly effect, kicking up the dust and moving through. If you don't think it does, I am here to report to you that you need to look at the things a little more with beauty, a little more with a child's eye. Be more like a child. Open up your heart, open up your eyes, open up your gifts to amazement. This world is for us to enjoy, and this world is for us to live. This world is for us to, use its natural resources within due respect, and we take care of it. But most of the things that we use, we abuse and we take for granted, and we pollute. We create overabundance of stuff that we don't even really need. So look at 2014 as a time of purification, cleanliness, a time for us to, enjoy. The number 7 plays out with this creation. So I'm here to say, do your best. Do the best you can. Go out in 2014, acknowledge people. Be acknowledged. Be heard. May your true voice be heard. May you speak true words to other people. There are plenty of people out there who bring negativity and bring harsh and pain to the world. We just need more love and more caring and more embracing, more beautiful things. And then from that, we will evolve as a race of beings. We'll be judged by what we've done. The history books will report how we failed or how we succeeded. But they will never ever know the story, our personal stories of how and what we did as individuals. As individuals, we have the great power, we have the great opportunity to do things. But no one will ever know our stories except if we write them down, share them, create them, and embrace them, and teach our children, teach the ones next who are coming behind us what needs to be done. Some of us may not have children, but we can teach the children of the world that there is a better way to live this life, a better way to live this world. But it starts with each individual, each person, each one of us to say, hey, I'm sick and tired of seeing pollution. I'm sick and tired of seeing wars. I'm sick and tired of my congressman. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of that. There's a breaking point. We as humans together can make a big difference. I'm not here to preach, that we are here to overthrow governments and stuff, but through our caring and loving of ourselves in our communities and through the love of our families and the love of our home, we can change the world. Even in the smallest little spaces that we're in, we can change the world. Change it for something that we can't even imagine it will be. Changing the world is not going out and raising arms against another and shooting and killing, dysphoric and creating and dysfunctional. And changing the world is about going out and changing our perceptions of the world, changing our perceptions of life, what life looks like to us, what life feels to us, how we embrace life. Love is amazing. Peace is amazing. But it can only work within ourselves first. Within us, we can do anything. All things are possible. For there is one that becomes two, and then two becomes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it spirals into this beautiful thing. We all have dreams of grandeur, dreams of stuff that we want to see and do. So I invite you to embrace this beautiful 2014, to do what you need to do, and love what you need to love, and love in a way that is so appropriate and so that no one could get away from it. And I want to thank everybody for this opportunity for me to share. It's been a blessing, and it's been awesome to sit here and talk to you. So enjoy 2014 with an embrace and a hug. Aho. I'm Iggy Garcia, Hoop Watcher, Medicine Man, Nemenha.